I took my daughter and son when they were little kids to every place of worship. There is not a place of worship they haven't been to. My thought was, when they grow up, at least they have an understanding of what each faith is and not have the bigotry statement coming out of them. Thank God both the kids have zero bigotry, zero prejudice towards any human being, including atheists. And I also want to add, some of us are prejudiced towards atheists. That's not right. That is their belief, as our belief is dear to us. Their belief is dear to them. We need to honor everyone's belief. The story I was going to tell was my daughter. I took her to every place of worship. And she would say, "Dad, what are they saying?" And when I went to the Baptist church or any place, I had to understand what are they saying in each religious tradition. Then I came up with a simple formula. Sweetheart, they are saying, God is great, we got to be thankful to God, thankful to the parents, and thankful for the food that we get by God. So, okay, Dad. So we go to the Baptist church, same thing. And we go to the Mormon church, she says, Dad. And we go to the LGBT church, she says, what is that, Dad? Same thing. Finally, we went to the Hindu temple, where we sat on the floor, cross-legged, and all the deities are around in the sanctuary in Dallas. And they were doing the bhajans, that is the devotional songs. From my childhood, I have been singing the devotional songs. So out of nowhere, we're sitting on the floor, everybody is chanting. She says, Dad, what are they saying? And I came back with the same thing, sweetheart. They're saying, God is great, thank to you, God. And out of nowhere, she jumps up. I said, gee, cool, Dad, God can be worshipped in so many different ways. That has become a part of my teaching in pluralism. God can be worshipped in so many different ways. In the Quran, as a Muslim, it says, to you is your faith, to me is my faith. And in one of the chapters in the Quran called Surah Kafirun, it is one of the most beautiful chapters to conduct civil dialogue. There are 6 verses in the chapter. Every verse, the first verse says, I don't worship what you worship. And then it repeats the second verse, you don't worship what I worship. Look at the dialogue God wants us to have. It doesn't, look man, what you worship is something less. Or what you worship is really not God worshipping. God doesn't tell us. God tells us to respectfully put them on the same equal pedestal. What you worship is not what I worship. What I worship is not what you worship. We're on the same footing, on the same level, respectfully. And this is what it takes to create peace in the world, to respect the otherness of others. And let me see if the food is ready there. You don't want to hear me anymore? Afterwards. There is a flyer out there someplace. It has got 2 logos on it, CPF and AMI. These are the various programs we are doing to change the world. Ask not what the government can do. Ask not what Mr. Trump can do. Let's do it on our own. What can we do to bring about this change? And we have a whole list of programs. Each program will bring a knowledge, understanding, respect for each other. And 2 programs, day after tomorrow, we got a program on Baha'i faith, understanding what Baha'i faith is at the Church of Scientology building. If you can find out from the website, it is 1 to 3 o'clock in 2 hours intense course. You learn just about everything you want to learn about Baha'i. And that way you can, when you talk about Baha'i faith, you can talk confidently that you know something about it. So if you want to register, there is a 3x5 card. Let me know, you can do that. And among the American Muslim institutions, we got many courses. One of them is a Muslim speaker course. And it is very sad. The evangelical pastors we met, they told us, when Muslims come to our church, synagogue or someplace to speak about religion, all we hear is the rituals, not the values of the religion. And so we are focusing on the values of religion, what Islam, or any religion for that matter, contributes to the goodness of the society. Values like justice, values like being truthful, values like being caring for the neighbors. These are all the values, Islamic values. Somehow we have not emphasized. Now, through AMI, we are going to emphasize those values so fellow Americans who have different faiths can see that their faith and other faiths are propagating the same values, and that is the goal. So if you want to join part of it, some of you are in the first session. Second session is on December 3, and December 17th, we got the final course where we will train all people. It is not for Muslims alone. It's for everyone. Brother Charles Stevenson took the course, and there were many Christians, and I had a few Hindus registered, took the course. We have to learn about each other so we can demystify the myths about other. If somebody says bad things about Hinduism to me, I'll stand up, because that's wrong. If somebody says bad things about Islam, I'm going to stand up. A rabbi here has stood up for Islamic faith so many times. I appreciate and admire him for that. Is the food ready? Okay. I was just killing the time in between. I hope it was meaningful conversation.